Blessings, beloveds. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me here for your weekly love reading. It's for June 14th through 20th, 2021. I am seeing a king with his crown on, and this is really what this week's about. It's supporting the masculine, rise up to be kings, lunar gateway that we've been going through this lunar gateway, and we have the big, powerful solstice energy this week on Sunday, and Jupiter also goes retrograde on Sunday for the next 5 months, I believe, 4 months. So it's a big time. With all the Jupiter retrograde, Neptune's going retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Pluto's retrograde. It's all a time over these next 4 to 5 months. I think most of them go direct in October, and then in December is the final. I think it's Pluto that goes direct in December. But these months are going to support focusing the Divine Masculine Christ, really clean up and clean out and eliminate out of their physical reality and physical life any part of them that's still connected to those past Piscean age timeline, karmic contracts and relationships as well. And then just this upgrade within the system to their king status. And so a lot of the genetics and the past history that the beloveds have come here to clear is the old heaven, old earth paradigm, the Messianic kingdom, and the tribe of Judah specifically as well, Greek timelines as well. And it's about clearing out the masculine having multiple partners and being a lot of debauchery and being put first and are putting themselves first, I should say, more of that narcissistic, and then the feminine have played a very suppressed role, and been taken advantage of and basically used quite a bit and not given the position of equality. So now this is a new heir to the throne, a new kingdom of Christ and equality, and that's reflective in the union of the beloveds here. And this is what Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene came prophetically to lead the way for our unions here, and what the two of you are also here to complete clearing. And this is for the second coming of Christ. This is for Christ consciousness, for new earth, the bride of Christ and the bridegroom. So we're stepping more into, we've been going through this massive death and rebirth time. The earth herself we've been leaving a galactic wheel and I'm hearing lunar gateway, and I'm getting a lot of angel tingles. Like, this has really been these eclipse seasons through 2020 and into this eclipse season that we're just finishing up right now has really been about leaving that past and having that cleansing and removal. And now it's going to be more about the activations, especially after the solstice, and more of these light codes coming in, these solar ray activations that are waking us up. And it's waking up humanity, it's consciousness, and we're all getting Christ consciousness, and we're all leveling up, those of us that are meant to receive and do ascend here out of the old paradigm. The breakthroughs are happening to awaken the consciousness and really restore the unions back home together. So a lot of the spells we've been breaking, they're broken here. All the disillusions between the two of you not seeing each other accurately, or choosing the narcissist, the Jezebel spirit, these entities as partners rather than each other. These are all inceptions that have happened over this entire Piscean age of spells, brainwashing, karma that we've been clearing here for this time of regeneration into new earth. So this is a huge ecliptic event for all of us here to complete for the union of the beloved. So very big time, and a lot can happen and is happening behind the scenes, especially here, and then is birthing into reality now as well. So let's see how this unfolds for the two of you, what the theme for the two of you is this week here. And I'm reading you as the feminine and then them as the masculine, whether you're male or female. So we've got the Ace of Cups. So beautiful. This is the Holy Grail activation codes. Light language is what I'm hearing as well. And so there's a lifting away of, and I'm getting a lot of angel tingles. There's actually a consciousness happening here. The veils of illusions, the spells, like I was just saying, are leaving the mind, is what I'm seeing. It's like a rapturing of the mind is happening. This is like the brain having this massive breakthrough and overflow here. And you've got the same energies coming out of this card as well, this explosion. This is the Five of Wands, which generally speaks about difficulty and fighting things, but this looks more like a portal this week, and I do feel it's like connected to the solstice as well, and it's going to give the breakthroughs. And with this knowledge card, it's the divine masculine card here as well. I'm feeling like it's supporting the masculine especially, and the masculine component of yourself as well. Get this overstanding and information coming in. It says knowledge, trying to better understand the connection with their counterpart by reading books, searching the internet, watching tarot readings, etc. here. So they're ready to expand out of any limited thought belief patterns. We'll read on them first here, your counterpart. Towards you, the divine feminine Christ. And this is like what's been broken. And so it's like, because this removal's happened now, this information about you, about the divine feminine Christ, about the bride of Christ, and that whole template is coming in here. And I'm hearing it's like you're happily ever after. This is a long-term so many angel singles as I'm reading, like this is so auspicious. This is a very blessed frequency coming in here to really about them leaving this old matrix way of being with a feminine in general in relationships, to now having this ready for this expanded version now. And so what's been blocking that's been removed this week here, and I'm feeling like this eclipse season was exactly what was needed to get this clearing of the masks and these sorts of things, the deceptions, the lies, the brainwashing here, and illusions, so that they can get to this level of seeing the feminine accurately. They can see you accurately here, and a dedication to attain this is, there's a lot of desire here of going in and getting this new beginning basically here. And this is an opportunity, a breakthrough opportunity. It really feels like they're going in through the wormhole, essentially like a portal, where they're going down in here and coming back out through this new beginning in the Holy Grail. So I'm feeling like they're having a consciousness expansion about the Holy Grail, about the alchemy part of it. It could be about Christ consciousness and Jesus Christ, and the Messianic kingdom as well, like Judah, the lion template, the Lion of Judah, and that roar aspect is what I'm hearing. Like they're wanting to be that divine masculine Christ leader, lion counterpart, and Judah has been mentoring them here. And so I think this is like waking them up to, it's like their heart is activating to this masculine leadership, lover template, basically a protector, guide, mentor are also the words I'm hearing as well. So we've got confidence towards the divine feminine Christ. So this is a beautiful energy. We got the Queen of Swords as well. So two powerful feminine energies coming into their consciousness here, giving them these, helping them leave these illusions. We've got the Nine of Wands, and it's like he's at a standstill. So I'm feeling like they're being pushed through here to drop this block, whatever's been preventing them from moving forward here in this conscious awareness and understanding, especially around the bride of Christ. She looks like she's got this wedding gown on, so it's like it could have been the feminine aspect of themselves in the heart, because I'm feeling this in the heart space, that there's a building of their maturity. God is saying specifically a maturity of their heart space here, where they're ready to endure love again, specifically. So there's some karma that's cleared, justice has happened, there's a neutralization, there's a healing, and around marriage. And God is showing me like her hand is on her heart, and she has a wedding ring on her hand as well. Probably very difficult to see, but you know, it's like this heart space and confidence in love, in marriage. There's a lot of butterflies around her as well, a very expanded view, especially around the bride of Christ frequency that you're embodying. So we're really, it's like awakening. The wedding of the Lamb frequency is really awakening in all of the unions now, the sisterhood of the rose, the Shekinah, these components, and you're building in that frequency as well. And that's the thing, like you're stepping, because you cleared all this lack energy and whatever part of yourself that you didn't think was powerful or confident or good enough, to attain this for yourself, to be that warrior bride. This is that warrior bride template, which the bride of Christ Shekinah is as well here. So justification. So I'm feeling like you've got this within yourself. So there's, no matter what people see, the wound within you that would have been like a wounded warrior or triggered to pull back and hold yourself back because you were scared of judgment or criticism, or being hurt, essentially, as well, that you've broken through those fears. It's your confidence as well. God is saying specifically, you're confident here, and it's breaking through to them as well. This is a big energy of the both of you really being expanded versions of yourself, really stepping out of this old system. We had that spiritual high priestess upgrade in the union for the two of you last week that was opening and expanding, and it's bringing in more light, more consciousness, more expansiveness out of this old patriarchal system of marriage. This is a divine union. This is the infinite frequency. I'm feeling like you're both tapping into here, your infinite potential. And it's, I'm getting a lot of shivers again, like the lies, the mask. This is who the two of you truly are. It's like we've clearly cleared all of what's prevented this from you both seeing this, your union and this within yourselves, your triumphant success. I just heard. So amen to that. And so I'm feeling like you've done so very much here, and it's expanding. It's actually getting them to go through the portal now to come to the bride and bridegroom template to pursue with you based on how much you've grown and healed yourself as well. So you are attracting now this divine masculine Christ counterpart union here. That's an evolved ascended soul as you are. So we've got flow, and I'm hearing like they'll be the King of Swords template. Like they're your equivalent in the consciousness, in the mind, in the knowledge, the truth, the way they communicate, these sorts of things. So a big consciousness shift here, and it's like they're I'm feeling like with these two cards, they're just like having a difficult time leaving and letting go and leaving this position behind that they've been stuck in. And I'm hearing the word stalemate. So this is where this flow is coming in, and they're being their own, they're their worst enemy this week, or this is what's clearing in them. Their own internal destroyer within themselves is getting removed. So they're not going to be blocking themselves successfully in the relationship sector with you as well here. And I am seeing also like they've got some sort of they might have some sort of communication leadership role, like a musician or somebody that's a public speaker of sorts here, has some sort of audience and following. They're getting an upgrade in this as well. And they're getting a new position is what I'm hearing, actually, an offering coming in as well here that's going to support them communicating from a feminine place. They're stepping into a new leadership role, and I'm feeling like it's going to be a public leadership role. I'm definitely seeing like they're on a microphone, and that the communication style is going to, like before it was aggressive is what I'm hearing. Like it could have been somewhat of a distorted masculine frequency, that now it's switching to this feminine, more passionate, more love, more, it's like a connection with their audience that they didn't have before. And this could be just simply also the way they communicate, the communication style with you in the relationship and in general as well. But I am seeing it's affecting their persona as well, and how they communicate to the world. That it's going to come from a new energy frequency that's more it's more feminine. It's just more feminine. I just don't know how to say. It's more of a feminine leader. And I think this is their quality, just like I was saying at the beginning, like this masculine leadership cycle that we've been in the Piscean age is distorted, and it's destructive, and it hasn't produced anything really successful. That, you know, this old system and paradigm is being broken down right now, and it's collapsing because of that. And so this is them now, I'm feeling like within themselves, that distorted ego masculine is also collapsing, and this feminine is building within. This feminine leadership is inequality, is what I'm hearing, is building up in them for this unity, and this is going to be expressing through them and through their consciousness and how they behave and conduct themselves. And I also am seeing like this like before they might have been taking the action like very reactive, where now it's like this time, this taking time to think things through and be more emotionally balanced rather than aggressive is also part of this component of them. So this might be things that they've also seen within themselves that need improvement here. It's especially with this Queen of Swords, like how they do communicate with others and how aggressive or independent or sovereign they are and what frequency comes out of them on this channel. So they're definitely changing quite a bit within themselves, and they're getting to this beautiful neutral state of being here within themselves. Their blocks this week, wow, we've got this 2 8 of Swords cards here. So I'm feeling like to get through this portal, to go through this and get to the other side of this new emotional beginning with you, this Ace of Cups frequency, and this new beginning of the relationship here. It's requiring, we've got surrender as well. So they're in the flow, we've got surrender, they're letting it go. Is this knowledge coming in, and more feminine frequency coming in here to support them clear the path with this High Priestess card, and let go of this old way. It says letting go of negativity, listening to higher wisdom from self, and shifting out of the ego into the soul self. And this is part of the energies from last week that we were moving through with the new moon eclipse, and this is still happening for them here, that they're choosing a higher octave is what I'm hearing. Like they're choosing the light worker mission. They're choosing to be the Holy Grail counterpart with you. They're saying no to the subliminal messages that prevented them from moving forward into the union with you. So this is all about consciousness, and whatever distorted feminine, I would say, codependent kind of frequencies within themselves that need to be let go of so that they can rise up to be an equivalent match with you is what this is. So this ego reaction, blah, 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 like I've already said, is what's being removed from them. This distorted masculine template is what I'm hearing specifically, illusions, and it's going to support, like I'm hearing like it's like the old devil system basically that they were serving under here. This is a transition of them stepping out of that completely this week here, but it's an internal shift for them to clean this up and let it go this week. And I'm feeling like they also are aware of their proactive roles, their actions in the past that have been poor communication. This could have been the way they've talked to you in the past as well, the way they just handle relationships in general, especially around just communicating. Maybe they weren't a good communicator. Maybe they bottled up all their feelings, and they're aggressive is what I'm hearing though. And maybe it would explode in an aggressive way because they weren't communicating things till it got to the point where they just exploded out of them. These sorts of energies. So their shifting of the mind is happening, and it's allowing them to clean this up here, and with speed I'm hearing this is happening. They're getting accuracy with speed on this layer and level of their communication styles with you. So we've got the 2 swords with the Chariot. There's that speed, and then there's the depression here as well. So this has got to get cleaned up for them, and it's happening quite quickly, and it's supporting them remove what they're not seeing, it's like internal dialogue is what I keep feeling. This is why this 2 of Swords is here. It's like they have to go within. There's a lot of blindfolds on their feminine self here, and the feminine card with the depression as well. Like this is the component of themselves here that's missing, and it's gonna come into this balance, this alchemical balance for the union to move forward into this new beginning here. So this has to happen, and it's I'm feeling like they're really letting go of the past relationships, this distorted feminine template. They're choosing you. They're choosing the bride of Christ. They're choosing the Holy Grail and this new emotional beginning. And it's about figuring this out within themselves and letting it go and acknowledging their behaviors as well, to put a final end to it so it doesn't repeat itself. And this has been them like holding back their emotions as well, not communicating their feelings, like these repressed emotions is what I'm hearing. So this is but they have this oath to you and this oath to the Holy Grail is what I'm hearing. So this is their ancestral genetic oaths. So many angel tales again. To protect the bride of Christ, to protect the sisterhood of the rose, and Mary Magdalene is what I'm hearing specifically. In this week's extended reading, we're going to be using the Magdalene Oracle deck because her energies are really strong. This is for you what it's about. We're as the divine feminine Christ, we're carrying the sisterhood of the rose template, Shekinah, the bride of Christ, Mary Magdalene, the Jesus Christ equivalent here as in Gnostic wisdom, in leadership, in spiritual leadership, in marriage, in union, in family. They were doing it, they against the system, the patriarchal system, and that's what we're here to complete here. And so these energies and frequencies of Christ and Christ consciousness, these are supporting us here, and we're doing it to clear up these past timelines as well and these disillusions. So her energy is really strong, supporting all of us, and we're helping her. This is the wounded warrior I'm hearing. So for you, it's like you are this warrior bride. You are this warrior bride, and so is Mary Magdalene. Very powerful. Shekinah is what I'm hearing. Strong, powerful, independent, authority, judgment, justice, but love and equality. So this is like that part of you that wasn't stepping fully into being a powerful leader of equality, because you weren't being equal yourself, an equilibrium point, and you were accepting that you weren't equal. You're allowing to be like less than the masculine here and be in this position of taking a bunch of shit on and dealing with this ego distorted narcissist template here, and you stuck in that codependent wounded template as well. And these were roles that the two of you played here for us to clear these timelines, clear the genetics, clear the flesh, clear the DNA of all of this stuff here. And so the time has come for us, the time is ripe is what I'm hearing, for us to follow this new path and this new way of leadership of Christ consciousness. So this is supporting the two of you step up deeper into that. So again, it's a big emotional week with this emotional beginning that's starting. And we have suppression. This was a card that they were clearing with the masks coming off a few weeks ago. Emotionally numb, not allowing oneself to think or feel, or bottling up emotions. Let's see what the rest of the cards. We've got the Sun card and the Nine of Swords. Wow. So I think these are really breakthroughs coming, especially with the solstice here. And there's a rose on this as well. And it's got the annual the astrological wheel here with this card. So it's like, I think this is collectively the time for the sisterhood of the rose, the bride of Christ, Mary Magdalene anointment ceremony to come in through this June 20th solstice energy here and figure out who you really are and let go of the facades as well here and release this, and just choosing this bride of Christ template for yourself and this new emotional beginning of equality here from this divine counterpart. So letting go of these roles that you played in the relationship sector of your life here, martyrism, to release that now. Like, we're out of the Piscean age. We've been stuck under that template for so long and so many lifetimes, right? So it's like we're being called to totally flip out of that and be a new way, be this opposite of that frequency here, and be this beautiful divine feminine Christ leader and a power couple. And this supports all nations is what I'm hearing. So, and more the galactic energy also, that in the human experience as well coming in. So this is for you to step out of this old narrative. This week is, I feel like, a big time for you to release that and let it go. And the Nine of Swords might be whatever remaining illusions that you might have to that are trapping you still from, I'm just feeling like you're like this suppressed, like God keeps saying it as the wounded warrior energy, like this is a lie, like you are this powerful feminine with the sword of truth in your hand here, and it's like, but stuck in this suppression frequency, right? And so it's like you're figuring this out even for yourself this week, and you're coming to your own conclusions here. Beautiful energies, independent here. You're not stuck any longer. You're going to get this Two of Cups here, your perfect match, your equivalent here. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is forcing you to be this independent, to see yourself accurately, to stop trying to be something you're not. And based on what molecular structure is what I'm hearing. This is something in your body that's clearing. Based on what you thought this masculine, or you were told by masculine or men in general, relationships in general, or this counterpart in general, that you should behave a certain way, because they were living under facades and lies and illusions. And they were never going to be able to, without this all being clear, they were never going to actually be able to fully invest and be in love and fully give themselves to you. And I think these things, these abruptions, these things would come up, and they might be blaming you. You made me do this because da 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 da, or I did this because you made me feel that such and such, and da 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 da. And it's just like you're like in this like, what? Okay, I'll change that now to make you happy, and then you change and to make them happy, and then they're mad at you because you did it that way this time, or you know. And so these are mind fucks, like it's like you're out of that here. And I think part of it is like with this independence, it's like, and this is why we've had to get this ground zero state within ourselves of being independent and putting the relationships, like putting God first, putting yourself first, and choosing the Most High and your mission and your goals, and setting these intentions for potentials for yourself. And this might be part of what this week is for you as well, is you're going to get these breakthroughs coming in. And this is Mercury retrograde is what I'm hearing as well. And I think Mercury retrograde, it goes direct next week. So this week is like for the two of you to really get into the bottom and the blocks of taking action, moving forward, having the right mindset, and direction within yourselves here. And you're like, have this healthy whole component in yourself. This Two of Cups is this marriage within yourself, and you being whole and independent and successful, and setting intentions for what's going to make you happy in life, your career, your mission, you being the Divine Feminine Christ leader, you carrying the Sisterhood of the Rose template as well here, and where you can expand your life in this arena, being a powerful feminine leader. And equality is what I'm hearing. So this is, I feel like, the way out of these traps of trying to please others, essentially, and be what, now you know who you are, and you're setting intentions. Yeah. And this is like the heart. This is where the pain is right now. It's like the heart. I think like, maybe you felt guilty or bad, to put yourself first, and, taking care of others all the time, and these sorts of energies as well. Maybe if you have children as well, you're used to being the mom, taking care of the kids all the time. And it's like, how do you're not taking care of yourself because the children are the focus. And so as they grow up as well, they're not so much the focus, and you have to take that focus. You're able to take that focus back onto yourself. But these sorts of energies where it's like, there's a galactic lineup that's happening, and there's source codes, operating system source codes coming in that are activating in you, and this is your original DNA, this is your original operating system here of consciousness of the Divine Feminine Christ leadership role and template is what I'm hearing specifically. And so you're leaving this week more better in this position, and figuring out what's going to make you happy in life, what direction you want your life to go, your career to go, your family to go, your money to go, your union to go, your personal self-care, vacations. Like, what is it that you want for you and only you? And this is what it is about. And I think this is what it's like, maybe in the past, anytime that you put yourself first and your needs first, you would get the punishment as well here. And the narcissist would hate that. That would be the big trigger in the narcissist, is like, how dare you do something that's not for me, and take care of yourself. Like, who do you think you are? And this is the programming from childhood that a lot of us, if we've had a narcissistic parent, have had a punishment connected to speaking up, sharing your truth. If mom and dad didn't like your truth, you would have got a smack maybe, right? So then these things build up over time, and then you're getting it in love and relationship sector of your life and friends as you grow up as well. And so narcissists, and attracting these narcissists, and I'm feeling like through this independence and source codes is what I'm hearing. These source operating codes are really ready to go. Okay, with the new operating system is in, and it's ready to run basically in your body here. And this is what's happening in the mind, essentially, and the emotional body, right? So this is what's happening this week. It's a big upgrade of all parts of you, really, into this, back to who you truly are here. So your blocks this week towards the union, we do have this res card with the Four of Swords, the Star card, and manifest here. And so, and illusions, like, this is God filling up your cup here, and I'm feeling like it's for both of your cup. All your needs are being met. I just heard amen to that. So all you have to do is set the intention for what you want, and you're gonna get it. You're getting everything that you need and desire here, but the blocks are what's being removed. So it's subliminal consciousness, whatever these programmings are here that are holding you back from making a dedicated decision. So it's not like, I want this, I want that, writing your list out. It's like, you really in your heart, like, I am really ready to go after and attain like, I want this for myself. You feel it in your body, you get the angel tingles, like you're really dedicated to go after and attain something for yourself, or multiple things for yourself here. It's happening. God is fulfilling your request. He wants to here, and this is the breakthrough that's happening for you. Is there's and a consciousness, and I think this is where the rest comes in, because this is, I think meditation would support you as well. If you find that you're not pulling yourself out of this frequency of stress and worry here, and suppressing yourself, and maybe lack, and stressing about money, for example, or the relationship, that you're going to say, okay, I'm going to take control of the situation. I want this reunion. I'm going to go get it for myself. I'm manifesting this. I'm desiring this. I want my king counterpart, and set these intentions here. And so I think it's important to witness within yourself when you do start spiraling, or the mind chatter starts picking up in whatever area of your life, to catch that, and to pull yourself out of it. And remember, and tell yourself, you are powerful, you are confident, you're strong, you can do this, and make it happen for yourself here. So, and I think God's really, what I'm seeing here is God is ready to fill up your cup completely now in your life here. So just getting the right alignment within yourself is, say, there's forcible DNA upgrades that are happening right now. I think this is like happening, and just to be going with the flow. If you are tired, sleep. If you need a nap during the day, if you need more than one nap during the day, take these naps, because this is where this clearings is happening. And so it's just there's a reshuffling going on here in your consciousness, and you're gonna get to the right aligned position, like the old operating systems being deleted, defragmented, cleaned out, emptied out of the trash can, and new operating systems coming in here. We're running the operating system here, and we're going to start functioning with it and moving forward with it here. So your action steps towards the union with this week, we've got the Star card twice. So beautiful energies to get this healing, to get your activations, to get things coming through in your life. We've got soul searching here as well, and the Page of Swords. And so this is part of, for you here, is to heal from these past relationship cycles and get this understanding within yourself of where you could be attracting difficult, combative relationship cycles that are, you're fighting with the person, it's dramatic, it's always ending up in breaking up, making up, these sorts of things here. And to get the upgrades here. And I think just these upgrades are quickly happening. Source operating codes is what I'm hearing. Is more like, I think overriding your ego again is going to, again, this week here is important. It's imperative, is what I'm hearing, to move you through these fears, because I'm feeling like these fears are like, and the soul searching, getting a lot of downloads as I'm saying this. It's like you're really getting to the bottom of like, what? Like, why am I feeling this way? These aren't my feelings. Like, I know I'm independent. I know that I've put in this work. I've healed myself. I've done I'm the boss, is what I'm hearing. Amen to that. It's like, but why am I then feeling like, why, that's in this place where you're scared all of a sudden and feeling like lost and alone, and like you can't achieve things for yourselves. So it's like there's a shift in that has to happen. I think degeneration is what I'm hearing. Like, you're going to get to the bottom of this childhood traumas or seeing patterns basically within yourself and within your life here. And I think it's important to do that, to understand where these illusions are coming in, where they got seeded in you. Transplant is what I'm hearing. Like, you're getting a heart transplant through this process. A lot of healing, divine intervention, support is coming in here for you to really have the life that you want for yourself finally here, not living a life that other people told you that you should have, okay, the old way and the old system, because that was never you. You're a star seed, you're a light worker, you're a holy girl person. You're not here to play it small. You're here to play it big. And so you've had to play it small to please the people around you, so that they didn't get ticked off. And like, this is over here. This is over. So why? Where was that seeded into your life where you had to change your attitude, change your perspective, put on a happy face, or team up with somebody that's trying to go after somebody? Like, these are all roles that you've shape-shifted essentially into, to please other people or to have relationships as well, just in general. So this person has this kind of thing, so you would adjust to be this sort of frequency, like a chameleon with that, and then this with this. And it's like, what do I want? Very important for you to figure out this week. For this new beginning. So in the relationship sector, we've got the final outcome for the two of you. Big energies, regret, acknowledgement is what I'm hearing. They're definitely, this is the masculine, this is them here. And I see you're both going through it. You've got the 5 of Cups here. But see, there's that Queen of Wands. That's the lioness leader that I keep seeing in this reading is coming out of both of you. And it's very important that this lioness leadership position is part of the Holy Grail role and position that the two of you carry. And so this is what's growing in both of you here, and you're clearing it out in this distorted emotional way, and they're clearing out in this egoic way here. And you're both going to leave this week having a new beginning here as divine feminine Christ leaders within yourselves, and not you're going to be changing these patterns that led down to this regret and this emotional loss, these repeated cycles here. Because heart's DNA is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like, they know these things within themselves that like they're entrapping themselves constantly in this particular energy frequency. They've been their own problem, but based on these spells and illusions. And I think it's like they've had a difficult time. I think something within them as well. There would have been a punishment if they chose the bride of Christ, the divine feminine Christ, from this distorted mother template. So with these entities within themselves here, and illusions would literally say, don't pursue this union. Do not don't be this bride of Christ template within yourself. Don't embody any of that, and just be stuck in this distorted masculine frequency here that's always aggressive and distorted and creating chaos and drama and difficulty and division with the divine feminine Christ and the sisterhood of the rose in general. So this is what has to go, and it's they're letting it go. They're seeing it very clearly. I'm feeling like very strongly you both are, and for these disillusionments, and for you as well, it's to get yourself unstuck out of this for yourself as well here, so that you can move forward into this beautiful new beginning here. That's your union's being given. So this is a big opportunity week to move through this portal and go through this out the other side here with more understanding, more wisdom, more awareness, more healing, more clearing here. And you're going to have this is like neutrality. It's going to give you both such a better life, because you're not, the ego isn't running the show in this neutral. With this clearing, you both are going to be equivalent in this part. So it's the mental, the communication, the emotional body. So all these upper chakras, this is what's being cleaned out and aligned for the two of you here. And this was the Taurus field was activating last week in the mind in the extended reading. So, and prior to that, I've never seen that before. It was always the heart, the heart, the heart. So now it's coming up that we're having this rapturing of the mind and this frequency of the divine feminine masculine Christ union in the mind and the consciousness that's rapturing and entering the two of you into the Taurus field here, and Christ, the Taurus of Christ consciousness, and the Christ consciousness of the universe as well here. So you are going to have peace. You won't have ego triggers. You won't be emotionally involved and invested in things the way you used to be either. So if people are having difficulty, you can hold space better for them. You're not going to be, you can be that empath template, but still hold space for them rather than they're the victim and now you're looking at them, and from that victim pour them space as well. It's like there's a new frequency within yourself that you're powerful, you're strong, you're confident, you're a leader here. You have passion, you have this beautiful line as loving mother template within yourself here, but you're also not going to allow others to be the victim. You're going to say, like, you are this powerful leader too. You have this within yourself as well. You are confident as well here. So, but to get to that have to share that with the world, the two of you are doing this within yourselves and your union first. So beautiful energy, and there is a final ending that's happening this week so that you can both get into this healed position and this new beginning of divine feminine Christ leadership and mastery in the union within yourself. Quality is what I'm hearing, quality specifically. So we're going to be tapping and tuning into all of this together here. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading this week, we send this healing to your Holy Grail counterpart, to your higher self. It also goes to, and I'm hearing, equilibrium point, so the two of you can get to this neutral, equal state of being together this week. Amen to that. We're going to get that one and done. And this healing goes to your family, all of your genetics, past lifetimes, and just your soul's lineage for the rebirth of the soul that's happening here and now for all of us. Amen to that. So if you'd like to join me, the Vimeo link's right down below. I do list what we do cover down below as well, if you'd like to see if what is coming through, if the energies resonate with you. I also do each week a weekly newsletter. So if you'd like to subscribe on my website, it's at 144godcode.com, and I provide more Gnostic information that's coming through direct from Creator, and just more information, galactic wisdom, and these sorts of things that's coming through about the energies this week. If you'd like to participate with me on my weekly newsletter, I also do a card of the day here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. If you'd like to subscribe to either as well, you could subscribe to me on Vimeo and get direct access to the videos there as well if you prefer that platform. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you all have a blessed week. I love you. Take care. Be blessed. Happy solstice. Happy rejuvenation, regeneration. Amen. Retrograde words. We got this. I love you. Take care. Be blessed. Bye.